Hello everyone, this is Evan with my tiny workshop. I just wanted to share a few things that I'm playing around with my Sherline 4000 lathe. I had a little fun just creating some shapes and also gave myself a center that I can put in the tailstock. I also didn't like the Tommy bars that came with the Sherline, which are just two pieces of rod. So I machined these handles out of aluminum. I used a drill rod. So I just turned down, chamfered, and tapered aluminum and then pressed drill rod inside of them. It worked quite nice. This does a good job for me. And a fun little project, especially if you're just learning to use your new lathe, miniature or otherwise. You can always make things like this. It's a great first project. I also created another dead center, which is just another simple project. This is by far some of the simplest things that I have made, but very fun nonetheless. And this gave me an opportunity to play with different cutters, different tapers, using my compound, and then some 60-degree cutters just to make some stylish grooves in here. Fun. That's all it is. But if you can make a useful tool while doing it, better yet. Now with the Sherline 4000, I had risers for the headstock and also the tailstock. But when doing that, because mine is an older machine especially, I had to machine risers for the compound. Otherwise, you have to run the compound on the back side and run the cutter upside down, which I really didn't want. But because of the size of the machine, the compound would otherwise interfere with your crossfeed. And I didn't want that. So, milled some blocks out of aluminum that were the same width as the compound, and then measured the height to center. That's part of why I made this tool. I made it centered with my cutter, and then milled this accordingly to meet the height. Worked very well. I did have to use a longer bolt to go into the T-nut, into the T-slots in the carriage. But that's no big deal. Just had to go a little longer bolt. Still bolts down the same way. It's easy to adjust angles. Still holds down tight. And the same block works with the standard height tool holder as well. So even if I'm not using the compound. Neat little thing. Very easy, simple machining project. Another thing that you can do, especially if you're just getting started. And I did that on my 5000 Sherline mill. And also, obviously, these components on the lathe. Very fun. Also, something else that I want to share is the belt for the lathe and for the mill are just a standard sewing machine belt. You do not have to go to the factory to buy these. They're an MB series belt, if I remember right. You can buy them on Amazon. It cost me $7.29 for 4 of them. Great, great value. I hope you enjoy this. Have a good night, y'all.